Hey, it is great to be here with you guys this morning. I live 10 minutes from here, so if I wasn't asked to speak, I would have probably taken it personally, Joe. And hey, congratulations for being here. We'll just wait for this to kick up. But yeah, today, my vision for each one of you guys is to get clarity on the 5 1s. Does anybody not know what the 5 1s are? The majority of you, okay. Is it cool if I put you guys to work today? Yep. Okay, because we're going to do a bit of work. I'm not going to fire hose you guys. Really what you guys need today is not a ton of information, but you guys need to start making decisions so that you guys can get singularity of focus on what will move the needle. How many people feel like they've got a lot of activity but not a lot of productivity? Yeah, so that's what we're going to fix today. So one of the big things for me, I've been in this industry for 12 years, so I've seen a lot of guys come and go. I've seen a lot of people get unhealthy in the process. I've seen a lot of people blow up marriages in the process of making 7 figures. And for many people, 7 figures is the dream. How many people feel like 7 figures is the dream? All right. Many days I don't feel like 7 figures is the dream. Most days I'm stressed out. And oftentimes it's because sometimes we get the dream mixed up with the nightmare. And most of us get caught up in pursuing status. Yet maybe the dream's service. How many of you guys are already servicing people? Many of you are already living the dream. Sometimes we wake up and we get caught up in more possessions. How many can relate to that? But maybe the dream is purpose. How many of you feel like you have a sense of purpose right now and you're doing something that you're called to do? Maybe you are living the dream already. And while we go through all this information, and this weekend you're going to get a lot of information on what to do and how to do it. And I think the guys can really relate to what I'm going to say next. What kind of conversations us guys have? Hey, what are you doing? How's it going? What conversations do the guys not have? Are you happy with who you're becoming in the process? So one of the things that gets me really excited is not seeing you guys hit 7 figures, but who you become in the process. Does that make sense? All right. Tap the person on your right and say, it's who you become. It's who you become. And by the way, tap the person on your left and say, hey, I've been dreaming all night that I'd be sitting beside you. I can't believe it's you. And tap the person to your other side and say, you're so lucky to sit beside me this weekend. All right, so we're going to dive into how to build a 7-figure business. All right, there's going to be a lot of work. We do implementation stuff today. We're going to save some time for Q&A at the end. And I really do want to show you guys that it is possible to do this without sacrificing your who. All right, and who you want to become. I want you guys all just take a minute right now, and I want you to visualize down the road, 7 figures is in your bank account. Who do you want to see in the mirror? A present father? A loyal husband? A great brother, sister, an awesome coach? Just take a second, write that down. Who do you want to become in the process of building 7 figures? Who will you not sacrifice on this quest? Take a second, grab your pen, write it down. Write down one word. For me, I want to continue to be a great father to these 3 kids, Aubriana, Amelia, and Gianluca. All right? I want to continue to be a great husband to Flavia. This is at Elevation Church recently. We got to go down and meet our pastor. It was an incredible time. Over 20,000 people come here every single week. I want to be a great student for my coaches. I invest over $80,000 a year between these 3 individuals, Taki Moore, Craig Ballantyne, and Bejos Cooley. And these are the guys who give me my marching orders. If I'm confused, if I'm overwhelmed, I don't hit the panic button. I send these guys an email. All right, and they gave me clarity, and they give me specific steps to take, and they bring my thermostat back up wherever I'm lacking confidence or whatnot. This is the 7-figure Mastermind, recently in New York City. I find my identity not in my selling power, but in my coaching power and seeing these guys win. The heartbeat of our coaching program is seeing our students get to the next level of income and being happy with who they're becoming in the process. All right? Is the heartbeat of your coaching program your students winning? Yes. The answer was yes, by the way. Tap the person on the right and say, the heartbeat of my coaching program is seeing my students win. You guys didn't know I was interactive, did you? Do you mind if I show off a couple of our coaching students? I'm so excited that these guys are winning. Just this past week, I was thinking, I'm not going to show them success stories from people a year ago. This is just this past week. Des had a big launch, and she crushed it. She did $44K in a week. Tim Ernst came into our program broke, and he's finally doing $10K a month. Clark came in all over the map, tons and tons of ideas, nothing really going forward, and he's doubled his income in 2 months since joining our coaching program. April just sent me a screenshot a day ago showing me her income. It was up and down because she was chasing all these different things online, and now it's a steady upward. Hannah came in. She had to put the investment on 3 different credit cards because she was all over the map, online fitness coach, selling a gazillion different guides, didn't have her one thing, didn't know what you're going to learn today, and within a week she had a 5-figure month. Joe, he's my copywriter, and we killed his fitness business so he could focus on building a copywriting agency because he was chasing dimes and walking over dollar bills. And Joe just missed his first 80K month this month. These guys is what gives me a sense of peace, seeing these guys win. And you guys have to start finding your identity in the success of your students. If your students win, you will win. You guys ready to go? Yep. First, we got to answer this question, why high ticket? There's a lot of different options. You can do high ticket. You can do medium ticket. That's like an 8-week challenge or a course, a one-time $150 program. Or you could do low ticket, something that's around $10 to $100. So why high ticket? Well, there's 10 reasons to offer high ticket sales. All right. How many online coaches in the room? Online fitness coaches. All right, cool. How many people want to become an online fitness coach? Okay, cool. Anybody not interested in online fitness coaching at all? Not a problem. It's just a business model. It's just a business model. All right, you'll still be able to take away a lot of information from this presentation if you have a brick and mortar, if you're a gym owner, whatever you do, this will apply to you, so don't zone out. I won't zone out. Good. Here we go. We're going to crank these reasons out. Number 1 is we're going to move from generalists to specialists. What's a generalist? A generalist is somebody who's got the profile on their Instagram page, online fitness coach. A specialist is fat loss expert for busy parents with 3 kids under 5, who help them lose fat with ketogenic intermittent fasting. Is that specific? That's a specialist. Who wants to earn a generalist income? A generalist doesn't make much money. A specialist gets paid top dollar. So we've got to become the go-to person in your space. You cannot come in this game and say, I'm just going to try and get a piece of the pie. It doesn't work like that. You're going to get crushed by your competition. If something's worth doing, is it worth becoming number 1 or number 2? If you're not prepared to become number 1 or 2 as a specialist, just tap the panic button and leave right now. It's going to be too hard. You're going to put your family through way too much stress. It's just not worth it. You've got to decide that we're going to the top. It's going to be number 1 or number 2. That's it. All right? The way you can do that is by becoming a specialist. We're going to move from flavor of the week programs to flagship programs. What was my flagship program back in 2006 when I launched my online business? Anybody know? Skinny Guy Savior was my nickname. By the way, you know who gave me that nickname? Myself. You give yourself the nickname. You give yourself the crown. Nobody's going to do it for you. No nonsense muscle building. I sold that program for 3 years straight. No nonsense muscle building. That was the only product that I had. One road into my world. One road. It wasn't mixing it up every single day of the week depending on what the latest trend was. We're going to move from chasing dimes to chasing dollar bills. Anybody feeling like exhausted chasing maybe $10 sales, $50 sales, $100 sales? It's brutal. I get it. It's hard. How about chasing dollar bills where we're charging $200, $500, $1,000 a month? We have one guy, he charges $2,500 a month for weight loss coaching. Do you think his value is any different than any of your value? His value is the exact same. He just knows how to communicate it better. Write that down. I need to learn how to communicate my value better. I need to learn how to create the problem bigger than it's actually being displayed. That's how you get paid top dollar, not because of your value. Okay, that's a big myth. All right, reasons 4 to 6. Move from client-dictated chaos to coach-directed curriculum. Anybody hear me talk about this recently? Most of you guys let people come in and tell you what they need. We got girls in our coaching program, and God bless them, they come in and they've got 20 different guides. I'm exhausted on the call, and they've got a different one for every girl. They got training, the training without nutrition, but then without the training. I'm like, you just need one program. And what we teach our students how to do is create 12 months of coaching. It's a template, and it's for one specific person, and now it's coach-directed curriculum. So it's like Ben and I's Hypertrophy Max program, which was a multi-7-figure program we promoted for over 4 years, which was 12 phases, 12 different muscle building phases, and everybody started on phase 1, and everybody went through. This is how you scale one-on-one coaching, not by actually creating a personalized coaching program. Does anyone really need a personalized coaching program? Write down, no. The answer was no. Nobody needs a personalized coaching program. Nobody. You're not a therapist, all right? You're a coach. You guys know the difference? My dad taught me this. He's in the back. A coach looks into your past. A coach looks into your future. Unless you're a therapist, you don't need a personalized coaching program for anybody. You need phases. Write that down. I need a phase-based coaching program. We need to move from complex to simple funnels. Complex is where you've got 3 upsells, and then it starts with a quiz. They go to 3 different landing pages, depending on their body type. Then they're going to go to another page, and then they're going to get put into a custom follow-up sequence. And then at the end of the follow-up sequence, they're going to get taken to a survey, and the survey is going to find out why they didn't buy, and then they're going to get put into another funnel. But you got to put a tripwire in front of them to make sure they're qualified. And then you need tracking on every single email so that you're getting revenue attribution. I did it for 3 years. You're going to kill yourself. That is a business model, and there are individuals out there who are crushing it with that. I was not built for that. That is not my game. I tried to play that game, and I got beat up. You got to figure out what game you're going to play. So you're going to play the complex funnel game. There's guys who have masterminds who will teach you that. It's not wrong. You just have to know what game am I playing. We play the simple game. Anybody like simple here? Me too. My goodness. All right, my people. We're going to move from checkout page to high-ticket closer. All right, we're going to move people from your account, Instagram, social media, and we're going to get them on the phone, and we're going to close them instead. We're going to give you the number one power, the number one skill you need. Right, Xander? Yeah. Xander, this is how his students are crushing it because they know how to sell. All right? They know how to close. All right? They know how to win people over. They know how to overcome objections. We don't have time for that today, but they get people to commit. No more confusing activity with productivity. When you're doing high-ticket coaching, you don't need a lot of people in your coaching program to see if it's growing. All right, so it's really easy to know which activities are going to move the needle, put money in your bank account versus stuff that just exhausts you. Number 8, we're going to move from red shiny object syndrome to singularity of focus. Can I give you the most powerful question you can ask every single day, every single hour of the day? When you're tempted to do something, you're not sure if this is the best use of your time. Would you be interested in that? Yeah. I paid a lot of money from a business mentor who taught me this one question, and he said this. I just realized I had notes right here, so this is going to be better now. He said this. Whenever you're unsure if you should do something, ask yourself this one question. If we don't do this, will it prevent us from moving forward? If we don't do this, will it prevent us from moving forward? If my goal is 7 figures a year, do I really need the clothing company? Is not having the clothing company the thing preventing me from getting to 7 figures? I bet it's not. I did a clothing company last year. I lost $40,000. Waste of time. Complete waste of time. We built a supplement company. You guys are going to get a try today. And I just got the ROI on everything that's gone in. It's embarrassing. I'm not even going to tell you. All right? How much time and money went into this stuff to never move the needle? It looked like it was moving the needle because people were buying it, but we didn't. When we looked at the data, it was very depressing. All right? So ask yourself this question. If we don't do this today, will it prevent us from moving forward? And that's the question you must always answer to ensure you're actually focused on money. Was that helpful? Yeah. Is this helpful, by the way? Yeah. You guys getting some insights? Yeah. Straight and simple math and path to multi-5-figure months. We're going to do this with you guys at the end. And finally, we're going to get you guys from moving to I and me conversations to us and we. How many of you always talk in I and me? It's exhausting. The longer you talk in I and me, the more it's a reflection of you wanting control of your business. And what we've learned that in your business is you can have one of two things. You can have control or you can have growth, but you can't have both. Who wants growth? Tap the person on your right and say, you need growth. All right? Tap the person on your other side and say, let go of the control, bro. Or let go of the control, sis. Let go of the control, sis. Let go of the control, bro. All right, here we go. Here are the 5 ones. What we have found is that if you want to multiply, you've got to simplify. I'll run through them with you first. The 5 ones are 1 audience, 1 program, 1 conversion tool, 1 traffic source, and 1 year. Did anybody just take a big sigh of relief? Felt good, eh? All right, so what's the 1 audience? We're going to figure this out for you right now. This can apply to whatever you're doing right now. So this is how we figure out your 1 audience. We got to score a 10 out of 10 on where are you most credible, where are you most passionate, and where is there a ravenous marketplace. And this is going to lead us to step 1, which is nailing down your narrow niche. So I want you guys just to take a second and ask yourself, what am I most passionate about? What could I do the rest of my life for free? What am I most credible on? Where am I the go-to expert at my gym, amongst my friends? You don't have to compare yourself to the geeky science guys who are broke. You can just compare yourself to your circle of friends that know you, all right? What are your friends coming to you for information? And where is there a ravenous marketplace? Where are people starving for your information? And what we're looking for is a 10 out of 10. That's how I discovered the skinny guy market in 2006. Is there ever going to be a shortage of skinny guys who want to gain their first 30 pounds of muscle without bogus supplements, drugs, and in less time? Is that like, I don't know if this is a viable market. That's what we're looking for. We got to figure out your 1 program. The way we figure out your 1 program is with the 5 Ps. How many Ps? 5. Okay, what are the 5 Ps? 1 person, 1 problem, 1 pain point, 1 promise, and 1 process. We need to figure out your 5 Ps. We have a worksheet for that, but this is where you have to start doing some digging, and this is where you have to start getting that focus on what that person is. We're going to actually put you to work and figure this out. Actually, I don't know if we're doing this exercise. Make a note of these 5 Ps. You've got to figure these out, all right? We got to then name your coaching program with an irresistible tagline. We got to name your coaching program with an irresistible tagline. I'll give you an example. Hypertrophy Max. 12 unique models to colossal gains in size and strength. All right? That's the tagline, and the name is Hypertrophy Max. Is anybody unclear of what that means if the person we're marketing to is advanced bodybuilders? Advanced bodybuilders use the word hypertrophy. They know what it means. If their problem is breaking a plateau, they're going to get triggered by 12 unique hypertrophy models. All right? Their pain point is that they don't have colossal gains in size and strength. They don't want steady gains. They don't want realistic gains. They want colossal gains. Would anybody disagree with that? Nobody wants to be spoken to on realistic terms. We want to be sold hope. That's how we take massive action. All right? Don't blame me. This is how we were wired. And then finally, they need a unique process. And those are our 12 unique models, and we call them the 6 forgotten factors of hypertrophy. Notice how we're naming things. 1 program. We talked about that. The next 2 more pieces to the program is you got to set your prices. Can I help you guys set your prices right now? Anybody selling one-on-one coaching who would like me to help you set your prices? All right, so what I want you guys to do, this is how we help our members get to 5 figures very, very fast. All right, somebody give me an amount of they're charging per month. I need 1 person to work with me. $397 a month. Beautiful. Okay, can we round it up to 400? And what's the minimum on that? How many months do they have to commit to?
3.
Beautiful. All right, so she's going to have 3 packages. This is Grant Cardone. Always have 3 packages. So her minimum is 3 months. Do you have a name for this program?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Be Mom Strong Training Program.
The Be Mom Strong. Be Mom Strong. We'll call that. That's awesome. I love that name, by the way. So all you're going to do is, do most people need only 3 months? Please don't ever say, I want to keep them handicapped to me. That is a reflection of you having not grown in a long, long time. Because what comes with new levels? New devils. And what comes with new promotions? New problems. So when they solve this first problem, they will have new problems. So do not ever do someone the disservice of saying, I only want to keep you with me for 3 months. That is so stupid. I can't do anything with you in 3 months. I can get you started, but every time you get to the next level, there will be new battles to fight. How many of you here will agree that when you beat a challenge, you get rewarded with a bigger challenge? Isn't that life? You're not ready for the next challenge because you haven't won this challenge. You're not getting promoted. All right? And same with your students that you're coaching in the gym. So let's go 400 times 6. That's $2,400. You're going to give them, would you agree someone who commits to 6 months should get it paid in a month free? At least. So we're going to give them, do you have this option, a $2,000 6-month option?
I have a 3-month option of $1,000. So, yes.
You do have this option? As of today, you have a $2,000 6-month program. All right, make that payment link right now. If somebody says, I need 12 months, or you know they need 12 months. You're the coach, you're the leader, you're the doctor. What does a doctor do? A doctor prescribes. All right? If a doctor makes a prescription and says you need 12 months, are you going to say, no, doc, I think I'd go with the 3 months? No, you guys don't see yourself as doctors. That's the problem. It's the way you see yourself. You have an identity problem. So with somebody who pays over the year, month to month, it's going to be $4,800. You're going to give them 2 months free. That's going to be $4,000. So now on the phone, you're going to present 3 options. I want everybody to write down their 3 prices. Take your monthly, come up with a 6-month, come up with a 12-month, give them a discount for paying in full for 6 months, give them a discount for paying in full in 12 months. Every time you're on the phone now, it's, hey, so where would you like to go from here? What would be the easiest way to get started? Would you like to go with the 12, 6, or 3? You guys will immediately increase your revenue this week just by adding this into your business model. Was that helpful? Cool. Simple stuff, right? One traffic source. You got to lean into your strengths. How many people are trying to do all of this right now, by the way? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, podcasts, email buys, product launches, LinkedIn. Anybody can relate? Anyone? I can, yeah. All right. We need one audience. I built this 7-figure coaching program off of Instagram. I didn't even have an Instagram account 2 years ago. Just trying to figure out how to use it. Would it be helpful for me to show you guys something that we just implemented in our business a couple days ago that resulted in 25 new students with just a single post? By the way, this is when you take your camera out and you take a picture of this, because you guys can model this word for word, and I'm going to read it to you, and this is all it was. This is called the case study program. I posted this a few days ago, and it said, I'm starting a new case study program for online fitness experts ready to have their first 10K month in 100 days with my soon-to-be-released high-ticket coach program using proven hustle and hunt strategies. You won't be a guinea pig. This is already tested, dialed in, and crushing. If you like to join us, send me a message with the words case study, and I'll get you all the details. How many of you guys think you could do that right now? You guys could run this case study program before lunchtime. And then tonight, you're going to go to your room, spend an hour, make the PDF, which is going to outline everything that's involved. And this is just going to be a reframe on your coaching program. And you're going to have a bunch of people that raise their hand, and you're going to send them a message that says, here's the payment link. We start on Monday. Is this simple? I hate complicated. It's almost too easy to make money. And I think that's why people don't do it, because it's hard to wrap their mind around. You guys are getting marketed so hard by with all these complex things. One conversion tool. So what's our conversion tool? For this situation, it was the DM. That was our conversion tool. The conversion happened on the DM. So that was our traffic source. We did this on Instagram. Now our conversion tool for that situation was a DM. We could also build a funnel. I'm going to show you guys some examples. Can I show you guys something else really simple for high-ticket coaches? This is called, there's not really even a great name for it. This is just called an appointment funnel. All right, what we do is we send people to a super simple page. By the way, this isn't even live yet. This is going live on Wednesday. We finished this yesterday for you guys, so you can model this for your business. And here's the formula. What you're doing is you're taking a quiz or a survey, an application, whatever you want to call it, and you're going to have them fill out different questions, and you're going to ask them if they're ready. All right? What's the key word there? Ready. Are you ready to grow your online fitness business to your first? Or are you ready to lose 30 to 40 pounds of body fat in the next 12 weeks without going to the gym, question mark. That could be yours. Take a few minutes to fill out the questions below. You'll then be directed to a page where you can book a discovery call where we can brainstorm a plan together. Notice there's value there, not so I can pitch you on one of our programs. So we can brainstorm a 3-step plan together. And it takes you through a couple different questions. We won't go through all of these, but you can model these for your fitness business. And this is how we get qualified people on the phone who come on the phone and don't say, can you give me some help with this? People come on and they say, hey, you don't have to pitch me today. I just want to know what are my options on getting started. How would that be in your business if people ask you, I don't need to be pitched today? Pretty cool, right? Well, this all starts to happen when you start to qualify better and increase trust faster. All right, and then we take them to a page where they can book an appointment calendar, or they go to your appointment calendar. This could be you or your coach or somebody else who does your calls. And then we take them to this is called the payoff page or a thank you page. And there's a video of me that just tells them on their next steps, okay? And then it also tells them to, if you have a Facebook group, you send them to the Facebook group. If you also want them to connect with you on Instagram, you give them that link. And then you give them instructions on what you want them to do before they get on the phone with you. And I give them 2 of my best talks. Why? Because I want to create results in advance. Tap the person on your right. Start creating results in advance, bro. Sis. Okay? And below here, step 4 is to watch some of our actual case studies. Anybody here have case studies? All right, so when you get people to do the work before they get on the phone, they're already pre-sold. They don't come on and get surprised that you're charging. Is this helpful? Really simple, right? Last piece here, 1 year. And I know Joe and Sarah are going to hammer this weekend. They're going to really give you guys the right mindset for how to build this business. I love Joe and Sarah because they've been doing this for a long time. All right? They've weathered many storms. They've seen highs and lows. They've had to adapt. They've had to pivot. They understand that this business is a roller coaster. Tell the other person on your left, this business is a roller coaster. So there's 3 steps. I got to recently hang out with Eli Wilhide. That's Anthony Robbins' #1 sales producer. We're in the same mastermind together. We spent a weekend together a few weeks ago in LA. And we were talking about sales. There's a brilliant podcast with us recently, by the way. And the reason that people can't commit to your coaching program is because they haven't decided that they're doing this with or without you. Would you all agree? You just haven't decided that you want to build a successful and profitable online business. So a question that I ask on the call, and this is a question you need to ask on your calls, is, hey, are you, just curious. It's all how you say this, by the way, just genuinely curious. Are you doing this business thing with or without me? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're going to invest the time and the money, right? Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, cool. So you just have to know that today you're buying 4 things. You're buying knowledge, results, accountability, and relationships. Oh, yeah. See, the reason that they start going flaky on you is because they haven't decided that they're going to do it. The reason the guy's still dating the girl for 7 years is because he hasn't decided if he's going to marry her. It's not because he's not committed. The decision comes before the commitment. He's got things backwards. Once you make a decision, then you commit. And what does Grant Cardone say about commitment? You back all commitments with time and money. Time and money. If there's no time or money, then there's no commitment. So if you're saying I'm making a commitment, but you're not backing those things up with those 2 things, how can you tell other people to do it as well? Final thing is resolve. Resolve means that you are under the understanding that there will be battles. You guys all know when you help a person lose weight, right? The first 20 pounds is easy, right? Any weight loss program is going to help someone lose the first 20 pounds. There's nothing magical about helping someone lose the first 20 pounds. You got the catecholamine effect. I think that's something. You just make it up. You got that thing working in your favor, right? The body is just surrendering fat easily because it hasn't even clicked in that it's in a caloric deficit yet. Any monkey can get somebody else to lose fat. The question is what happens after 3 or 4 weeks? And you have to start opening their eyes up to what happens in a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. Your business is going to get stuck. Your body's going to get stuck. It's going to slow. Oh, wow. Coach Wayne predicted that for me. Coach Wayne said it was going to be easy. Oh, wow, so I don't have to hit the panic button and drop out of his coaching program. Coach Nicole's amazing. This isn't a reason for me to find a new coach. They already told me I was going to hit a plateau. They set my expectations. Our pastor said something brilliant the other day. He said that the only reason people get disappointed is because they don't know your expectations. That could be a whole marriage talk, couldn't it? We won't go there. All right, pause. Bigger insights. I want to hear from 3 people in the room. What's been most helpful so far? What's been most helpful so far? By the way, I don't have a clock, so I'm not sure where I'm at, so I want to make sure I'm pacing. What's been most helpful so far, bud?
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple? Thank you. What's been most helpful, Nicole?
Results in advance.
Results in advance. What are you going to take away?
I like the way you say, are you ready? Presenting with
My info.
Who's starving for my info? Awesome. Good stuff. Great takeaways. Let's keep going. We're going to get to work. Grab your pen and paper. All right, we're going to work on your one audience. All right, so who is your one somebody and your something? For me, in my fitness days, it was skinny guys who wanted to gain their first 30 pounds of muscle. Who's your somebody and what's their something? Their something is what is the thing they want? Is it busy parents? Is it females? Is it males? Who's your somebody? Is it female soccer players?
Can you have more than one person or like avatar for your gym?
Yeah, the gym's a little tricky, but we want to try and consolidate down to busy men and women over 40 who want to lose fat. You know, you want to get clarity on those promises. Is this fat loss, or is this muscle building, or is this recomp, or is this a powerlifting gym? You got to be clear. You got to just decide this is what we do. No, man, we don't do CrossFit here. This is a powerlifting gym. Sorry, bro, we don't do the body weight stuff here. This is a bodybuilding gym. You just got to say it. Just tell them. There's another gym down the street that that's their specialty. We do this, and we do it better than anybody. So for me, it's online fitness experts who want to make their first 6 or 7 figures with digital info products, challenges, courses, and high-ticket coaching. Could be more specific, but that's where we're at right now. Has everybody got their one audience? Let's take some time. I'm going to help you guys if you guys get stuck in a bit. All right. All right. One program. What is your product offering? For me, it was no-nonsense muscle building. Now it's a 7-figure mastermind. What is it for you? What is your one program? What is your flagship program? I want you to look to the person to your right, and I want you just to ask them, what's your flagship program? And the person who's responding, I want you to answer immediately without second guessing yourself. If I came to you, I'm ready to give you money. I'm ready to start, it's Saturday right now, I'm ready to start Monday. What program are you going to send me Sunday night in my inbox? Go. Isn't that helpful? You got to be able to name your one program immediately. Let's move on to one channel. What is your traffic source? Where are we going to be generating this traffic? I built my entire online fitness business off of YouTube. We just hit 400,000 subscribers. We grew 50,000 subscribers in the last year. I haven't uploaded any fitness videos in a year because all the growth is coming from like 6 or 7 videos that are ranked high on the search engine. So I'm going to celebrate 400,000 YouTube subscribers, but the videos are all business now. They don't get any views because we haven't really focused on that. But what I'm saying is that that's the power of focusing on one traffic source. All right, so what is your traffic source? Is it going to be Facebook ads, Instagram ads? For us, it's just Instagram. We're doing a growth campaign right now because that's where all the business is coming from. I don't really mess around with anything else. I don't have a LinkedIn account. I've never done Twitter. All we do is Instagram because it's what's working. It's what's moving the needle. And there's probably a lot more life there. So write down your one traffic source. And if you don't have your one traffic source, what's the traffic source you want to dominate? Is it podcasting? Could it be product launches? We have a guy in our group, all he does is product launches. He rounds up affiliates, he pays out a ton of cash, and he gets a ton of customers. That's his business model. He doesn't even have an Instagram account. He doesn't have a Facebook account. He does product launches. Other guys do email buys. They know all the guys that do email buys. What's your traffic source? You just need one. What's your traffic source? Take a second, write that down. Traffic source, traffic source. If you don't know it, we can learn it. What do we want to learn? All right, this is a fun one. One conversion tool. What's your one conversion tool? Do you guys know what a conversion tool is? It's the piece that gets the money. So it could be a webinar funnel. It could be a video sales letter. It could be a long sales page. It could be the phone. What is your conversion tool? What is getting the money? All right? It could be an appointment funnel to the phone. So the traffic source would be that source of traffic, and then the ultimate tool to convert that interest to paying customers would be the phone. What is your tool? It could be in person if you're doing consults at your gym. It could be face-to-face fitness consultations. What is your conversion tool? That's what I did for 5 years, by the way. That's how I blew up gyms from like 2 personal trainers to 15 personal trainers. I just pretty much wrote everybody's paychecks because I would sit in an office 8 hours a day and people would just bring me coffee and I would just sell people face to face. That was my job. I didn't actually train people. I had to sell the trainers. And all I did was sell, sell, sell. Does your gym have one person who's responsible for conversion? If they're not converting, they're done. That's their KPI. Very simple. 7-figure mastermind. Yes, sir.
So just to clarify then, the conversion is the final tool that sells that person.
Yes. Yeah. Who's responsible for that? So if it's the webinar, maybe the script's not converting. If it's a video sales letter, maybe you got to start split testing intros. If it's the sales page, maybe you got to get a new copywriter to rewrite the words on that page. So what is the page or the place, the video or landing page that does the flipping? Does that make sense? We're all on the same page? Cool. So we have this application page. You guys can check it out. And it just basically pre-sells people to come and sit in at our mastermind, and then we sell from stage. That's how it works on Friday night. It's not really a pitch or anything. It's just like an invitation to join that weekend. All right, so this is the thing that does the heavy lifting for us. This cuts down the big trees. All right, so what's your conversion tool? All right, is anyone stuck? Anyone have questions? Yes? I did not pay her to say that, but that sets up my next slide. Would you guys like to do something that we call the money map? You guys want to make the money map together? And what we're going to do is we're going to create, a lot of you guys, so what she's asking is, what if you've got multiple things in motion? We have to make some decisions. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to create this chart here, all right? Channels, lead magnets, conversion tools, and follow-up funnel. So what I want you guys to do is we're just going to take a quick few minutes running through this, is I want you to write down all the different channels that you currently have. So this could maybe be Facebook ads. This could be Instagram ads. This could be YouTube. This could be podcasts. So what are all the different channels that you currently have running that are routing people into your world? Write those down right now. Next thing I want you to do is, everybody know what a lead magnet is? Anybody have free reports, videos, free videos, things that are producing results in advance? I want you now to write down all the different lead magnets that you have. What are the pieces of work that you have out in the world to generate interest in your business? Maybe you have a case study video displaying the best result of one of your students. So write out all the different lead magnets that you have. Now, if you don't have something, you can also start taking a moment here to come up with some ideas, by the way. I could tell some of you guys I'm drawing a few blanks, which is totally cool. Just make some, I don't have a lead magnet. What could I produce for my students to get results? Maybe a primer program. Maybe you have done-for-you recipes before they actually get their first personalized program. Maybe you have like a mobility jumpstart course on video that you want them to follow before they actually get their first phase 1. So what could you give people to start getting results in advance so that you create this profit path into your world? Conversion tools. What conversion tools do you have out there right now? Maybe you have a sales page. Maybe you have a website. Maybe you have an application page. Maybe you have a fitness consultant already in your gym. Maybe you already have a phone closer in your business. Maybe you're the phone closer. Write them all down. And then finally, I want you to write out the follow-up funnel. What are all the different ways you follow up? Postcards, email, chat. It's really popular right now. And write those all out. Okay, here's where it gets fun. What we now need to do is, too bad if you guys all had markers that were green, yellow, and red, is we need to now apply the traffic light system to each of these things. And what we're going to do is, because I really want to make sure I get some questions answered here, is what we're going to do is we're going to identify the things that are green, yellow, or red in your business. Green means that they're working really well right now. All right? So what I want you to do is I want you to go across the board, and you're going to take a green marker, and the green marker is going to be green. This is working really well right now. Like, you guys are crushing it. You're seeing momentum. There's no issue here. It's clear and moving forward. Make sense? So circle everything that's green in each one of these columns. Maybe it was, how about, we'll work with somebody in a second. Lead magnet, same thing. Conversion tool, same thing. Follow-up system, follow-up funnel, same thing. Next thing we want to do is now we want to look at this from the frame of what is stuck or slow. So what's yellow? What's yellow? It's kind of just there. It's not really doing much for you. It's kind of doing a little bit, but it's not really moving the needle. So what's going slow? Circle everything that's yellow. And then finally, I want you to circle everything that's red if it's just stopped. It's not working. You got to kill it. It's dead. All right? So what you should have created is you should see green, 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 and this will become your money map. Does that make sense? You guys should have all, sorry, go ahead.
If you're not at this stage yet,
yes.
you're just starting, how long should you give something? 2 months, 6 months?
To kind of just figure out what your money map will be?
Like to evaluate, to see whether it's working or not.
It's a great question. So each one of them is going to be slightly different. You know, with Facebook ads, you know, you might put $500 in over the span of a week, and if you come back 50% to 100%, they're signs of life. So everything's going to be slightly different. A podcast, it's going to take some time to create some traction. So all these different channels, you know, a YouTube channel, that's going to take some time to generate. So it really depends on whether it's organic or whether it's paid to send signs of life. But with regards to doing an appointment funnel, I mean, you can measure that immediately. If you do 3 calls this week and you close 3 of them, we got something? Yeah, we got something. If we close 1 of them, do we have something? There's signs of life. So we're looking for signs of life. Does that make sense? Is that helpful? Okay, cool. Finally, 1 year. All right. Cool if we map out your millionaire math? You guys want to work out some math? I want to help you guys. So we got to get clear on your numbers, all right? Numbers create milestones. Milestones create metrics. They help us measure whether there's a sense of progress. So I just made up, okay, well actually I didn't make up. This is an example. This is what we're on pace for, 150 Mastermind members. Our goal is 25 new members by Vancouver, and we're about halfway. We're on track. All right, we've got numbers. So I want to know, what is your math for the next 3 months? April, May, June, so coming into mid-July, how many new members do you want in your coaching program? We're going to map this out right now together, mapping out your millionaire math. So what is your 12-month outcome? Here's an example. We start first with your revenue goal. I want you to write down your revenue goal in the next 12. Sorry, let's just go Q1. Is that cool? Just Q1? Okay, cool. So the next 3 months. You guys got your number? Not doing this exercise is trying to like help people lose weight who don't have goals. You're going to fire them, or you're going to keep them and burn yourself out. All right, next. Let's figure out some targets. So if this is your revenue goal, we just simply have to work backwards. If it's $25,000 a month, and we're doing $250 a month, is that right? 10 times 250? 10 new clients a month? No, that's 30 clients, right? At, yeah, $250 a month. There you go. So we need, we need 100 clients. My bad. We need 100 clients at $250 a month. So if we need 100 clients at $250 a month, we need 10 new clients a month. So 10 new clients a month, we need 2.5 clients per week. 2.5 clients a week, let's just round up to 3. Let's say we close at 30% on the phone. Does that sound fair? We need how many phone calls per week? 10 phone calls per week. So if you don't see 10 phone calls in your appointment book, next week you're already behind schedule. If we're using the DM, which we love because there's opportunity for instant conversations, we found that conversations lead to conversions. We need about 100 DMs a day. To get 10 phone calls per week, to get 3 new clients, and to move you towards that. Now we have a filter for making decisions on what I decide to do now or what I not do. Is this helpful? And what we have is called the power hour. Every day I spend an hour on the DM. I don't do this anymore myself, but for over a year, when I was in Craig and Bedros' coaching program, I'm still in the program. I just signed up for another year. That was the first thing Craig told me. I paid him $50,000 for him to tell me to DM an hour a day. I did it, but I did it. Some of you guys need to pay $50,000 to get that advice, or else you won't do it. And we just hold you accountable. Are you doing your DMs? And we've got obviously that case study program. Who are we DMing? We're DMing the people that raised their hand and said, I'm interested, case study, interested, case study. All right? Or people that are engaging with our polls, our IG stories, who are watching consistently. And we have something called the 6 E's to effective chat. And we teach people how to convert from chat because there's a very specific way to do it. But it's not rocket science, but you have to be communicating in a flow. We triage people in this flow as well before we book them on the call. But don't overthink it. The main thing is that you're engaging with people and sending them into your appointment book. Does that make sense? Hey, was this helpful? Yep. Yeah? Good. All right, cool. Well, I want to pause here, and I want to know, we're going to work the room here. I want to know who needs to kill some stuff and who's brave enough to share. And maybe before I open it up to you guys, I'll kind of share, what I had to go through last year. When I joined Empire, I came in with a fitness business, a very successful fitness business, a business that's given me identity. Can anybody relate to that? Making decisions based on maintaining your identity of being a 7-figure earner. I've held on to that identity for a long time. And as a 38-year-old guy at the time, 2 kids, I realized I can't make any more videos on how to help guys squat. Because first, I'm not really good at it in the first place. But I realized I'd already done that for 10 years. Some of you guys, this is like, teaching this stuff is what you need to do. You have to be in shape all the time. All right? I don't need to be in shape anymore. No, I'm just joking. But you know, I've already done it for 12 years. I started in 2006. I'm in a season of wealth and family right now. I am no longer in a season of fitness. But I lived in a season of fitness for 10 years. It's all I did. I did my workouts, then I made my YouTube videos. Then I made programs. All I talked and lived was fitness, fitness, fitness. Macros. Actually, I didn't even do macros. What am I talking about? So you have to identify the season that you're in. And when I came into Empire, I had my fitness business going. I had this clothing company. I had oh my goodness, what else did I have? And I was trying to start the fitness business coaching program, and it took me, and then the supplement, Preload, which is phenomenal, by the way. You guys are going to try it all weekend, all day energy, in half a scoop to a scoop, no joke. Yeah, this is the world's most expensive pre-workout. It is. Yeah, it's $99 a bottle. If you buy 6, you get $50. You guys can try it this weekend, and we've sold over 4,000 bottles. People love it. It's amazing. I made it for myself. But when I brought this to the room, to my business coaches, and with some really successful guys in the room, Ben Pekulski and Steve Weatherford and Jason Phillips, it got hot when I was in my hot seat because I wanted to keep pursuing the fitness stuff and the supplement stuff. And at one point, Bejos just was at the front of the room sitting in his chair with it spun around, and he goes, "It's an effing uphill battle working with you, Vince." And then Craig looked at me, and I won't say the other 2 guys' names, and he said, "I'm worried about you, you, and you." Because we weren't focused. I got all this advice, but I wasn't applying it. And they basically said, "Why did you even freaking sign up? Why did you join?" They didn't say that. And that's when I've realized that I have to start killing things. I had to kill my fitness business that gave me an identity, and I had to pursue a new path. Uncharted path. I was leaving the familiar. Where does the growth happen, in the familiar or the unfamiliar? Good. Is comfort from the devil or from God? Comfort is from the devil. Because when you're comfortable, he's got you locked down. You're out of the game. He doesn't have to worry about you. No more purpose, no more mission, no more impact. Cut these guys' heads right off. He's coming for your head. He wants to take you right out of the game, and he does it by distracting you and keeping you comfortable. So when you get called to action to leave your comfort zone, realize that there is a true attack on your future. Is anybody connecting on this right now? Yes. My dad said yes. Awesome. So hey, listen, let's pause there. I'd love to hear a couple things that you guys are going to kill and that you're brave enough to share it right now in this room. What do you need to put a gun to? What darling do you need to put to bed? And where do we need to start gaining some focus? I had to put to bed my fitness business. Preload, just so you know, we've got 1,000 bottles left. Once it's gone, then I don't think I'm going to do anything left. I might create a little side stock for myself and my members, but we're not going to be marketing it. I can't grow this coaching program if I'm spread thin. And you can't grow your thin if you're trying to move 2 things at once. Does anyone disagree with this? So let's talk. All right. Wayne, what do you got to kill? Yeah. Can't be a gym owner and a trainer. My boss, Murray, I never saw him do a single personal training session, and his business was huge. I worked for him. Great. Somebody else? Nicole.
Let go of control and hire.
Yes. You like that? Control or growth? What are you going to choose?
I want to grow.
You can't have both, my friends. If you want to rise up, you have to let go. You can't rise and hang on to stuff. You can't live large and live small at the same time. This is Grant Cardone, guys. You guys all want to expand, but you want to contract at the same time. You can't do it. It's like getting the guy that says, I want to build muscle and get strong and lose fat. What do you tell that guy? You can't increase the top line by not investing into your business. You got to micromanage. I would say manage the bottom line, your expenses, but then you got to focus on the top line. And you got to just keep pumping money in so that more comes back out. All right? You can't keep getting bigger and bigger while hanging on to small and think you're going to do it under the radar. All right? And the only way you do that is by getting singularity of focus. You say no to the many so that you can say yes to the few. How many? Few. Somebody else. What are you guys afraid of? I sense fear. Is anybody afraid? Afraid of what? The boogeyman? The boogeyman isn't real. What are you guys afraid of, that this falls apart? If it falls apart, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? If you had to start over, could you rebuild it? For sure. I think maybe we're getting too caught up in our what we're doing and how we're doing it, and we kind of forget that the who has to remain the center. And we have to play our game, and we have to run our race. You're going to get to hear from another one of my mentors tomorrow morning, Craig Ballantyne, and he gave me a slap the other day on email because I almost hit the panic button. I sent him a desperate email about a certain situation, and he said, we found out that the root of the stress that I was experiencing, and I never get stressed, by the way. I'm Italian. I'm super laid back. Ask my brother, ask my dad in the back there. I never get stressed. I'm one of those guys that's a little too laid back. I'm a little too laid back. All right? And I was stressed. And what we identified was I was trying to play somebody else's game. I was comparing myself to two guys that didn't have families, who didn't have 3 kids, who wasn't working from Monday to Friday, 9 to 4:30, who didn't have a wife that's not a pushover, and demands that I'm attentive with the kids at certain times and will not back down. Thank God I've got Flavia. And I was trying to play somebody else's game that didn't have those same values. And you guys got to get clear on what your values are. As my dad describes, the definition of values is what you prize highly and practice daily. And when you get clear on your values, you get clear on your who, then you can start focusing on the what and the how without sacrificing the who, so that, hey, if something doesn't go well in this pursuit and in this quest to achieve more, then you can at least look at yourself in the mirror and be peaceful with, hey, I like who I'm still becoming in the process. Can anybody relate to that? Yeah. Does that feel good? Yeah. And I think I just want to finish up with something we heard just around the corner at the church I go to, Elevation Church, and our pastor just said something that really struck me. I think a lot of us are chasing the wrong dreams. I think we're getting caught up in chasing those dreams of status and possessions and perfection. Well, maybe the dream, as we started off the conversation today with, is service. Many of you guys are already living the dream. Most people love to do what you guys are doing. Maybe it's progression and not perfection. And knowing that you guys are already living the dream, why not make the leap? Why not go for it? Why not make that bigger decision that you've been afraid to do? Make the hire. And don't have that scarcity mentality. And know that you've got access to people here that can support you, give you the knowledge. There's plenty of resources to get you back on your feet. God forbid something did go wrong, but I think we all know likely nothing's going to go wrong. All right, thank you so much, guys.
Vince Del Monte.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys.